Hi everybody. Well, we've got another project to figure out, and we're going to figure it out together. I'm looking at installing a rear view camera made by Pyle. It's it comes with a monitor and the camera and all the wiring. I'm going to install it to my 2000 Chevy Silverado pickup truck, and I've never installed one of these things before. We're going to figure this thing out together here, and hopefully it'll save you some time. All right, let's get into it. Here's the tools I used on this job. I'm not done with it yet here in the video, but I am done now, and I'm going to show you the tools I actually used. Flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, a nut driver, two sockets. This one is a, can't really read that there, 10 millimeter, and this one is 9/32. I need the 9/32 for the knee bolster, and the 10 millimeter for the ground nut you're going to see. You know, pliers. Use a box cutter here to cut open some of the wires and get them stripped down, and then I also have these wire strippers that I used at the same time. And then I got running a little bit late, so it got dark out, so I needed a flashlight. And otherwise, that's all the tools you need. Pretty simple. So this is the system that I bought. It's the Pyle PLCM7700. Not sure what all that means, but anyway, it comes with a monitor, the camera, mounting stuff, a remote control. Yeehaw. The one thing it doesn't come with is an instruction manual. This is the instruction sheet that comes with it. So, yeah, that's it. Not much to work on. So, we're going to have to figure this thing out here together, and that's what I love to do, and I'm pretty good at it. So, let's get into it, and hopefully this won't take too long. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is get this back camera connected. So we have to connect this power cable to something, and I'm going to connect it to the reverse lights on my tail light, so that when I put the vehicle into reverse, it'll power up the camera, and the camera isn't on all the time. So in this Silverado here, what I had to do was find the fasteners for this tail light. There's two. There's one here, there's one down here, and now the whole unit comes out here, and I'm going to get into this and wire this thing up now. So I'm just getting into this thing here, and I'm trying to figure out how to hook this up. The red wire from the kit wants to go to positive, and the black wire wants to go to ground. And you can't really tell here which one's which. So I looked in my Chilton's manual, and it kind of indicated that the green one is the positive, and the black one is going to be the one to go to ground. So that's the way we're going to want to connect green to red, black to black. So I'm trying to get these wires connected here, and I'll tell you this, the wires that came with the set are so tiny. You can barely see them. I don't know if the focus there, but there's like 4 strands of wire in this thing, very thin. So what I did was I peeled back the casing on the wire going in here, and I take this razor and I stick it in the middle of the wires through here, and then I just kind of turn it a little bit, and it creates this opening in here in the middle of the wire set. And I'm going to take this wire here, stick it through the middle here, and then wrap it around, and that way I can make sure I get a good connection on that. Hopefully it'll work, and we'll find out here pretty soon. Okay, so I've mounted my camera right here, and the system came with 2 screws, 2 black screws. I just put them right up there into the plastic, and I didn't go into the metal, but that seems pretty secure. You can bend this bracket here to get the angle that you want. I'll have to tune that in later once I get the image hooked up to my camera. I took the wire and I kind of routed it back up through here and through some holes and stuff, and got it tucked up in there pretty high. Now, sorry for all this rough video, but now I've got the connection from my tail lamp in here into the red connector. I've got my video connector down here. I gotta connect that yet and kind of find a way to route that up here along all this metal and get up to the front of the vehicle all the way up there. Alright, we're getting there. So here's my front driver door. This is where I'm bringing the video cable in to the vehicle right through this grommet right here. I had to cut this with a razor, and I want to make sure this cable's on the bottom, not the top. Okay, the reason for that is water intrusion. I want water to come down here and drip off of this, but if you bring the cable in from the top, it's likely that it might go into your vehicle. So bring it on the bottom. There's no guarantee that this won't keep the water out, because now you've cut the seal, right? And you gotta be careful, there's wires running through here, so cut your seal on the side here. But it tightens back up there pretty good. And yeah, with the age of this truck, I'm not really too concerned. Then the cable comes through, and now I've got it right here. And this connection is gonna connect to the rest of the video line, and then it'll go up to where I can put the video monitor. And I think I'm just gonna put the video monitor right here. I've got this magnetic base here, which did not come with the unit. I was actually using it for my cell phone, but the back of this thing is magnetic, so it just holds it right there in place. So all I gotta do is find another place for my cell phone. That's actually a pretty good spot. I'm gonna put in some wiring to get the power, and I'm gonna try and get the power from up in here. I gotta take a look inside there to figure out where I can get it at, but we're getting pretty close. So I got my power hooked up. And what I did was I hijacked this fuse here with a positive lead from the power lines that came with the device. This is the radio fuse. So what happens is that as you turn the key on and off and shut off the vehicle, the power here drops. So it won't be hot all the time. It's only hot when the accessories are active. So the other two wires that came with it, this back wire, I don't know, something lost in translation there, and the ground wire, I combined together. I crimped on a little end piece here, and what I did was I loosened this bolt out, pulled it out, put it up underneath there, tightened it down, and this is turning into a really good ground point for that. So I've got power, I've got ground, I've got connection. I hooked in my video lead so I could test things out, and then I've got the cable here. I still have to route that, clean it up. I also took the debolster off, and I really didn't need to do that, but again, you know, you're learning as you go, so I'm learning as I go. And anyway, it was easy enough. There was two fasteners, one here, one way over here, and then the whole thing kind of swings down. This brake release lever is a little bit in the way, so the trick for that is that you have to swing that up, and then the bolster will come out from behind it. Otherwise, it gets stuck, trapped in here. So I'm gonna. I got my power and everything working up here on this, but I don't have any video signal because I'm not driving, I'm not in reverse. I gotta test that out yet, and I'll check it out and let you know what happens. All right, so I turned on the car here and everything, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in reverse. Got my foot on the brake so I don't run anybody over. Boom! There it is. Comes up, it's got lights on there, and it's got lines. So now I just need to learn where those lines mean, but it's looking pretty good. Like I said, I got a little bit of cleanup left to do here, but we figured it out, right? And it works. And I hope that what you learn from here is it helps you some and saves you a bunch of time. This took me a little while. You can see it's dark outside now. I started this when it was light. You know, I went out for dinner and everything. Overall, probably took me about an hour and a half. Hopefully it'll only take you about 45 minutes. I hope this was good for you. Thanks.